Alright, welcome back to our second match with this deck. This hand is very good. This is exactly the type of hand we should have been mulliganing, looking for in the first game. We have a Cerulean Sage on 1, into a Slow Shard on 2, into a Cloudbounder on 3, so just, like, sign me up. It's pretty good, too. Will enable us to play this Underworld Officer out, which is nice. That's a little bit above average hit. Gonna get two. I guess at least that's slow, right? Like, this only triggers on Diligence, so like they're not gonna get an extra resource till the turn after this one. I'm gonna go ahead and Cloudbounder here, and then hopefully with the Shackling Strands here. Hopefully with the Shackling Strands here, we'll be more than able to erase whatever they're able to put out once they do accelerate a little bit here. I'm not going to take this block here. I feel like it's not worth risking my Cloudbounder to a combat check. I want to just, like, race with this 5 power in this guy here. Plus, we're going to have an Awaken Herald here shortly, so we can get this Underworld Officer going as well. Just have, like, a ton of evasive power. Let's go ahead and correct him for 5. Would really love to have drawn a resource there, but we do at least have all this evasive power. Awaken Herald plus this outflank is going to be able to team up and kill this Venerable Mystic next turn, most likely. Grab blood here for the Underworld Officer down the line. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this in front of the 3-4 like I mentioned, and then use the outflank on it to trade there. Should save us a good bit of damage in the long run, hopefully. Oh, and actually we're just going to get to eat this, right? Because this is going to become a 4-5. I'm so used to Blitz, I haven't drafted Diamond in a while. If they have a combat trick of their own here, they could trick through our trick, but that's fine too, I think. Reversion. Okay, yep, that's fine. Yep, pretty good. Get the 2-for-1 off that, basically. Let's see what else they have going on here. So, this is hitting them for 5 down to 12, and then next turn, they're taking 8. Another resource is fantastic. So, I guess the question then becomes, do I want to Leyline Purifier this turn, or and Shackling Strands, or do I want to Underworld Officer? So, I'm hitting them down to 12 here, and then if I play this, they're still not dead next turn. But next turn, if I don't play this, I'm hitting them down to 7, and then I can play this and then finish them. So yeah, I guess I'm better off playing Leyline Purifier and Shackling Strands, just like preserving my life total in case something goes sideways here. And like this gets to bounce with the 2-2 as well. Or the 2-5, just like preventing damage all around here. Hopefully we're not about to get, like, Flufftail Cloud Killered here. I can't tell you how many times I got blood out. I had one of my clashes that I just, like, got destroyed by that card. Opponent played it on 7 all 3 of our games. That's actually pretty good for my opponent. Like, that is a reason to have resource. Perfect. I was gonna say, that actually gives my opponent an extra turn here, right? Kinda does it, actually, now that I hit the resource. So I attack with these, they chump here, they go to 10. Next turn, this is going to attack for 4 with this, plus I have these 2. So next turn, they're taking 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So yeah, they're actually going to be dead next turn even with this chump blocker. I guess there's merit to just playing the Vigilant Duskwing here, right? Next turn, if they block this, they're taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, I guess I'm going to play the Vigilant Duskwing as opposed to the Underworld Officer here, because the Vigilant Duskwing helps preserve my life total some more here. Piece of removal. Yep. Like I said, just gonna bounce here with this, and then take 5. And the goal is to not die next turn, so that way we can live to win this race. Another resource. So how do I want to attack here? I think I want to leave this back, one of these back. So if I hit like this, this puts them to 3. Or they chump here, this puts them to 4. Yeah, I think that's fine. Leaves me an extra Phantom back with to chump this turn in case things go bad. And they have like the +4/+4. We could die, right? Like, yeah. Wow, if they have feral root tactics here, we could easily lose the game. Go past the turn here. Hope for the best. Alright, there's the champion activation we were expecting. I'm going to try and chump the maximum amount of damage here. Do I want to throw this away is the question. So, right now I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 4 here, which means my opponent needs +6 to kill me. If I block with this, they'd need +8. The problem is, if I block with this... Yeah, if I block with that, I think I'm not blocking with the Underworld Officer, because if I block with that, then they only need 1 piece of removal to make sure that we don't kill them the following turn. I'm just going to go ahead and click Submit here. Pretty happy with what we've got going on. Can't see it's fine, right? It's got like turn 4 Phoenix Guard Lancer. Got most of our thresholds. We can get blood with this Awakened Herald. The 1/3 probably holds the board a little bit if they have anything too aggressive. Bring to Justice is a fantastic addition to this hand. Think I'm gonna lead on the Awakened Herald here, actually. And the reason for that is if my opponent doesn't have a play next turn still, this has more power in order to get aggressive with it. We only have one blood card and one triple sapphire card. I'm gonna go ahead and get the blood because we have way more sapphires to draw than we do bloods. Yep, there's a 3/3 Useful Strike that can become a 4/4 at some point. Decent battle prep hit. Not going to be able to attack into that. That was an excellent draw, so we're just going to get to go turn 3 Cloudbounder into turn 4 Phoenix Guard Lancer. Just be super aggressive here. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have removal for these. Yep. Crossing Sword, sure. That means this is going to live more likely, so that's nice. So we're going to exhaust this to kill my Cloudbounder. Medium minus for us, but that's fine. We're still going to have this plus our champion power for 6 power worth of flight. Just go ahead and get this out here. We are so mobile. Sacred Stance. Okay, so this gives, whenever they conscript, all troops they control and in their hand get +1/+1. So it's kind of scary. Yeah, probably just Leyline Purifying this. No, not blocking here. They probably have a 1-cost conscript or a trick here. So must be a trick, which is good for us because that means we can kill this before. Let's just go ahead and get this right out of here. Without that, they should have a pretty hard time racing us. This Leyline Purifier just like punched the clock and gone to work in this video set so far. Like both of our opponents have just had like pretty insane constants that we wanted to get rid of. Put them down to, I don't think they're gonna take this trade, so probably hit them for 6 here down to 16. Yep, and between this Duskwing and this Bring to Justice, we should have way more than enough pressure. Okay, so Conscript and Ardent Underworld Troop. Ardent Call, Bold. Speed. At the end of your turn, if this is ready, summon an attack dog. Otherwise, summon a guard dog. Sure. And now they don't have good attacks unless they activate their champion power here. And we're just gonna like hit them for 6, slam this Vigilant Duskwing, and just like win this race hopefully. Yep, more than happy to just like let that happen. It's tough being a toddler sometimes, let me tell you. Tough stuff. So yeah, we just hit them for 6 here. And I guess the question becomes, yeah, I'm just gonna play the Vigilant Duskwing. They're not quite dead in the air next turn, but they're getting pretty close. So this means it can attack into this, but it'll just bounce off of this. They did make an attack earlier that represented a combat trick of some sort. So I'm gonna do this. This requires them to have double combat trick. Yeah, like we've got them on a 2-turn clock, even if this dies. So I think that's fine. Enlarge, sure. Enlarge would be good against us regardless. In fact, I'm kind of surprised that they didn't want to save that to... They didn't want to save that to, like, eat my Phoenix Guard Lancer. I guess they're eating a Flying Troop regardless with it, so they don't really care. Ha! And we actually would have hit enough removal here that we would have been able to kill them. If I hadn't blocked like that. That's fine. That's a little... I don't think we want to bank on hitting a piece of removal. Do they have another Enlarge? They have another Enlarge. That would be pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and bring this to Justice, and then Shackling Strands this 4-4, and then hopefully we should be firmly in the clear. Like, even if they find an answer to this Phoenix Guard Lancer, these 1-1 should be more than enough. That's pretty good. And like I said, like, the way those 2 pieces of removal lined us up here, they're still dead in 2 to these Phantoms, so I can take my Phoenix Guard Lancer off the table. Okay, and funnily enough here, we can Lamify this Phantom so it loses flight, and hit our opponent for exactly 2 here. And it'll be 1-1 at least. Hopefully well on track to meet the 2-1 that I was hoping for this deck to be able to do when we finish drafting. Like I said, feels like a pretty consistent and powerful deck, just like quality removal, quality threats. Rawr. These are my Phantoms. There are many like them, but these ones are mine. Oh, thanks for watching, folks. Stay tuned for the 3rd match here coming up.